Hello friends, today I am going to reveal some true facts of tsunami. But first of all, I request you to please share and subscribe my channel for getting my informative true facts videos uninterrupted. Please note that subscription of my channel is free of cost. Now, tsunami. Tsunami water wave. Tsunami Japanese name harbor wave, also called seismic sea wave or tidal wave. Catastrophic ocean wave usually caused by a submarine earthquake, an underwater or coastal landslide or volcanic eruption. The term tidal wave is frequently used in such a wave, but it is a misnomer, for the wave has no connection with the tides. Now, origin and development. After an earthquake or other generating impulse occurs, a train of simple progressive oscillatory waves is propagated great distances over the ocean surface in ever widening circle, much like the waves produced by a pebble falling into a shallow pool. In deep water, a tsunami can travel as fast as 800 km, about 500 miles per hour. The wavelengths are enormous, about 100 to 200 km, 60 to 120 miles, but the wave amplitude heights are very small, only about 30 to 60 centimeter, about 1 to 2 feet. The waves periods, the lengths of time for successive crest or trough to pass a single point are very long, varying from 5 minutes to more than an hour. This long period, coupled with the extremely low steepness and heights of the waves, enables them to be completely obscured in deep water by normal wind waves and swell. A ship on the high seas experiences the passage of a tsunami as an insignificant rise and fall of only half a meter, about 1.6 feet, lasting from 5 minutes to an hour or more. As the wave approaches the coast of a continent, however, friction with the rising sea bottom reduces the velocity of the waves. As the velocity lessens, the wavelengths become shortened and the wave amplitude heights increase. Coastal waters may rise as high as 30 meters, about 100 feet above normal sea level in 10 to 15 minutes. The continental shelf water begins to oscillate after the rise in sea level. Between 3 and 5 major oscillations generate most of the damage, frequently appearing as powerful run-up of rushing water and uproots trees. Pull buildings and their foundations carry boats far inshore and wash away entire beaches, peninsula and other low-lying coastal formations. Frequently, the succeeding outflow of water is just as destructive as the run-up or even more so. In any case, oscillations may continue for several days until the ocean surface reaches equilibrium. Much like any other water waves, tsunami are reflected and refracted by the topography of the sea floor near shore and the configuration of a coastline. As a result, their effects vary widely from place to place. Occasionally, the first arrival of a tsunami at a coast may be a trough of the wave, in which case the water recedes and exposes the shallow sea floor. Such an occurrence took place in the Bay of Lisbon, Portugal, on November 1, 1755, after a large earthquake. Many curious people were attracted to the bay floor, and a large number of them were drawn by the wave crest that followed the trough only minutes later. Notable tsunamis. One of the most destructive tsunami in antiquity took place in the Eastern Mediterranean Sea on July 21, 365 CE. A fault slip in the subduction zone beneath the island of Crete produced an earthquake with an estimated magnitude of 8.0 to 8.5, which was powerful enough to raise parts of the western third of the island up to 10 meters, about 33 feet. The earthquake spawned as a tsunami that claimed tens of thousands of lives and caused widespread damage throughout the Mediterranean. from an island in the Aegean Sea to westwards to the coast of present-day Spain. Tsunami waves pushed the ships over harbour walls and onto the roofs of houses in Alexandria, Egypt, but also ruining nearby croplands by inundating them with salt water. Perhaps the most destructive tsunami in recorded history took place on December 26, 2004, after an earthquake of magnitude 9.1 displaced the ocean floor of the Indonesian island of Sumatra. 2 hours later, waves as high as 9 meters or 30 feet struck the eastern coast of India and Sri Lanka, and 1,200 kilometers or 750 miles away. Within 7 hours of the quake, waves washed ashore on the Horn of Africa, more than 3,000 kilometers, about 1,800 miles away on the other side of the Indian Ocean. More than 2 lakhs people were killed, most of them on Sumatra, but thousands of others in Thailand, India and Sri Lanka, and smaller numbers in Malaysia, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Maldives, Somalia and other locations. On March 11, 2011, seafloor displacement resulting from magnitude 9.0 earthquake in the Apan Trench of the Pacific Ocean created a large tsunami that devastated much of the eastern coast of Japan's main island of Honshu. Waves measuring as much as 10 meters, about 33 feet high, struck the city of Sendai and the low-lying coastal region of Miyagi prefecture, as well as the coastal areas in the prefectures of Aiwest, Fukushima and Iwaki and Chiba. The tsunami also instigated a major nuclear accident at the Fukushima Daiichi power station along the coast. Other tsunami of note include those that followed the spectacular explosive eruptions of Krakatau volcano on August 26 and 27, 1883, and the Chile earthquake of 1960. A series of blasts from Krakatau submerged the islands of Rakata between Sumatra and Java, creating waves as high as 35 meters, about 115 feet in many East in these localities, and killed more than 36,000 people. Largest earthquakes ever recorded, magnitude 9.5, took place in 1960 off the coast of Chile, and it caused a tsunami that killed approximately 2,000 people in Chile, 61 people 15 hours later in Hawaii, and 122 people 22 hours later in Japan. In most recent tsunami, the Indonesia occurred on 23rd December 2018. Now, tsunami warning system. The hazards presented by tsunamis have brought many countries in the Pacific Basin to establish tsunami warning systems. A warning may begin with an alert by a geological society with an earthquake large enough to disturb the ocean surface, for instance magnitude 7.0 or higher. Meteorological agencies may then report unusual change in sea level, and then the warning centers may combine this information with data on the depth and features of the oceans floor in order to estimate the path, magnitude and arrival time of the tsunami. Depending on the distance from the seismic disturbance, government authorities may have several hours notice to order the evacuation of the coastal area. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, located near Honolulu, Hawaii, was established in 1949, 3 years after a tsunami generated by a submarine earthquake near the Aleutian Island struck the island of Hawaii around Hilo, killing more than 170 people. It serves as one of the 2 regional warning centers of the United States. The other is located in Palmer, Alaska, and since 1965 it has also served as the warning center for 26 countries organized by UNESCO. Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commissions into the International Coordination Group for the Tsunami Warning System in the Pacific following the disaster of December 2004. UNESCO set a goal of establishing similar systems for the Indian Ocean and eventually the entire globe. Extraterrestrial tsunamis. Tsunami waves are not limited to Earth's surface. As an analysis of the Martian surface conducted in 2016, which examined the desert planets' northern plains by using photographs and thermal imagery, revealed evidence of 2 separate tsunami events that occurred long ago. These events are thought to have been caused by comet or asteroid impact. In my next video, I will reveal some true facts of other more interesting topics. Thanks.